Texas lost power during Hurricane Beryl, and the first state committee hearing is underway to determine what happened. Dia Wall has been listening to that hearing. You know, it's not just that they lost power, but the fact that it took 2 weeks to get it fully restored.
And it came at a serious cost, Chris. 36 people died in the aftermath of the storm, and more than a dozen of them because of power outages. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick put together this committee to figure out what happened with Centerpoint Energy after Hurricane Beryl. And today's hearing lasted for hours. The Texas Department of Emergency Management testified today it did notify Centerpoint specifically before Beryl made landfall. Ultimately, poor vegetation management, which is like cutting back tree limbs near power lines and not doing enough to make those lines more resilient, led to the collapse. There also was not a working outage tracker. You may remember people using the Whataburger app to find out if they had power after the storm. Shared in today's hearing, that also meant linemen who were there to restore power would wait sometimes 4 or more hours just to get an assignment to get to work.
This is long overdue. And what I just find astonishing and is aggravating to me, makes my blood boil, is the fact that we're having to have a hearing to hear about a whole bunch of people that did their job right. But the biggest multi-billion-dollar corporation, we're having to tell them how to do your job.
I think the best way for this investigation to move forward is to be in the light of day, so everyone can see what's going on. They can all have the same information that we would get in an investigation.
The Public Utility Commission of Texas is promising that both any questions and the answers provided by energy providers in its investigation will be public. Last week, the CEO of Centerpoint promised an outage tracker would be up and running by August 1st. The company is coming up on Governor Abbott's Wednesday deadline to get that detailed plan, Chris, for changes moving forward. Centerpoint also plans to hire a new senior leader to coordinate that emergency response.
Yeah, someone to be directly in charge. Yeah, this definitely has implications for a large part of Texas and definitely something to keep an eye on. Thanks a lot, Dia.